undeniable impact. And then finally, because of our time, when we talk supernatural living, we are talking divine provision and preservation. That you reach a level in your life. Oh, the Bible said, I have not called the seed of Jacob to seek me in vain. I was young, now I'm old. I have not seen the righteous forsaken, or his seed beg for bread. See, we have a defeatist mentality. You'll find a Christian that should sustain his word, and all he's thinking of is, how will I survive? The problem is not lack of food, it's lack of mentality. Your lack began from here, not here. Look at what the psalmist said. He said, the Lord is my shepherd. Psalm 23, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pasture. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. This is a man talking. He had too much assurance, too much audacity. Now, David was a king, but he didn't think his sufficiency, both in resources and in preservation, came from his office as a king. This is why, even when David's life was in jeopardy, he had assurance that he will not die. Because if his confidence was in his throne, when he was fought, he wouldn't have been thinking God will preserve him. And even when his son rose against him, Absalom, he would have been afraid. But before kingship, after kingship, there was assurance. He said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. He said, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. He said, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So valley of shadow and death is not enough. You came out, you are still saying you will rule in the presence of your enemies, because he knew the Lord was a shepherd. He knew he would not want. So provision and protection is a double package for supernatural life. I am not saying don't take physical initiatives around your provision. I am not saying don't take physical initiative around your preservation. You know, when we speak like this, people keep saying, look at them. They are saying God will protect you, but they have security. You know, they are talking like they know the ways of God, but they don't know anything about the Bible. He said the horse is prepared for the day of battle. Victory is the Lord's. That victory is the Lord does not mean the horse is not prepared. The David who was saying this had some of the finest warriors, but he knew his preservation was not with his warriors. Nonetheless, he had warriors. So when we say God will preserve you, we are not saying live a life careless and defenseless. No, we are saying beyond all the physical infrastructures, your confidence is in your God. We are not saying don't walk with your hand. We are not saying don't do business, don't invest. That's not what we are saying. We are saying everything you do with your hand prospers because of the blessings of the Lord. That's why God blesses the works of our hands. So God mandates us to walk, but he blesses it. It is the blessing that makes the difference. So when you find a supernatural man, one of the things you will see is that he is supernaturally provided for. One of the things you will see is that he is supernaturally protected. Others may die in an accident, he will come out. Others may die in a plague, he will come out. When people are in trouble, he's praying for them. He knows he's already covered. That's supernatural existence. That's where God wants to bring you and I. That's where God is inviting you and I to function from. Where we become impregnable to everything that destroys and everything that hurts humanity. And we rise to the realm where we become the answer and the solution to our generation. Many live this life. I told you already about Abraham. Without an established army, fought 4 kingdoms and defeated them because God was with him. I told you already about Joseph. As a slave, rose up and was a captain over a man's house, captain over a prison, until he became prime minister of a nation. Look at Daniel. Look at David. Look at Elijah. Look at Moses. Does it not surprise you? Every major character in the Bible lives supernaturally. That means if you don't live supernaturally, you will not highlight in God's history. Because everybody who is captured in God's history was a supernatural entity. Either you have a full book, or you have a chapter, or you have a mention. But by all means, for you to be there, you must be supernatural. So don't say, I was born in 1990 something, 1980 something, 1970 something, and I left in 2000 and something. Hope you will be captured in God's history. The only reason for which you will is if your life is supernatural. So that when the stories of divinity is told, your name will be mentioned. You know, one of the things that humbled me so much was the fact that a book is called the Book of God, but the book is littered with the names of men. You carry the Bible from the beginning